There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. So a lot's happened and changed in the world since the last time I talked to you. I did make it back to North Dakota to do my taxes, and that's where I'm at right now. And luckily, those actually worked out better than I thought they would, so that was a positive and a relief, about the only positive thing I can say right now. Other than that, as we all know, the coronavirus has shut down all business and crashed the stock market, and oil is also crashed, and oil prices are at an 18-year low, which is scary. The oil field is kind of a staple, it is the staple to our economy here in North Dakota. So a lot of people have already lost their jobs, and a lot more are going to. So it's a scary time. Going to see a lot of foreclosures, I believe, and a lot of people selling everything, which is unfortunate for many reasons. But for my selfish reason, I planned before all this to come back in the spring or late winter and sell at least a motorcycle or two, and maybe even my truck, just to have a little more money freed up and fully commit to the van life. But now that's not a feasible option. I'm not even going to try and sell anything. It's just, I don't want to be tempted to lose money on any of these things, because I don't need to sell them yet. But it's got me changing my plans. So now the plan, I think, is to kind of pare down the repairs and upgrades I was going to do on the van. Cancel buying an enclosed trailer. Just do the bare minimum to get it back on the road and be safe, and reliable. And kind of wait this whole coronavirus thing out, because one of the biggest trips I wanted to make was back up into British Columbia, now that I'm a little more familiar with it, and head up to Alaska, but I can't even drive through Canada right now. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see with that. And it goes for all events across the country. I'm sure the Overland event I want to go to in May is going to be canceled. It just doesn't really make sense to be on the road right now. I also kind of had the realization, which is obvious. I knew this. I guess I just took a minute to think about it. I'm not ever going to be the best travel vlogger. I don't have the right personality, and I'm by myself. And there's just such high-level content out there with, beautiful people taking beautiful video and doing an amazing job editing it. And I can't compete with that. Honestly, I am homesick right now and quarantining myself. But I think I'm fine. But it does kind of suck to have to self-quarantine, but it's a small sacrifice to make. So yeah, it got me to thinking, kind of, what direction do I want my channel to go? Like, what makes sense for me to do now and moving forward? So there's definitely going to be a name change. There'll be a change in content. I'll be working on projects. So just as an example, obviously this van is a never-ending project, so I'll try and better document the repairs and upgrades to the van. And from there, I've also got a 1976 Yamaha XS650 that needs some work. It's a pretty cool cafe racer. And a 1964 Ford F100 that I had my friend actually do this project for me. We put a Crown Vic front end in it and Thunderbird rear end. Pretty common to have full independent suspension. So it has that right now. The rear end is bagged, the front end is not. So I need to box in the frame and bag the front, do a full air ride system on it, and put some Detroit steel wheel artilleries on it. And the project just goes on and on from there. But some cool stuff I can do with that. And I've got a plasma table, a little 4-foot by 3-foot plasma table coming in April. So that'll be fun to document putting together, learning the software, and hopefully building some cool stuff with that. So yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to try and find kind of a balance when I am traveling of, the mechanical side of things, a little bit of off-roading, and just a little bit of the scenery. Not as heavy on it as I have been, and more of just like the van life aspect of it, just like what it's like living in a van, and this van in particular. As well as, I really want to go to some overland expos and car shows and more off-road events. But right now, that's just out of the question. Everything's been canceled. So, yeah, I think working on projects conservatively and documenting that in the near term makes a lot of sense. And we'll just kind of see where that goes and adjust. But, yeah, a lot of changes coming. Obviously the world is changing by the day right now drastically. So who knows what tomorrow could bring. But for now, I'm not giving up on van life. I still think I'll have some cool content on the way. It's just going to be adjusted a bit, which I think people will like more, honestly. And I think I'll like documenting it more. I like to build stuff. I like to work on stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully talk to you soon.